This don't work. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I am so privileged to be speaking today. I actually feel privileged to be among these great minds. I don't think I, I deserve to be here, but I am. So I'm a nurse, by the way, so I'm trying to figure out how to work this thing. Somebody should have given me an education. Hi, guys. I'm going to talk today about the nursing and being a diaspora nurse here in the United States. I was born in Zambia, and I moved to the United States in 1992, if that gives you an idea of how old I am. Nursing was not my initial career of choice. I was a loan officer with Bank of America for 10 years. I enjoyed working with Countrywide until we went under. Then I decided to choose a career that could give me a little bit more of stability, and nursing was it. Let me just say that I've enjoyed being a nurse. It has been the most and the best choice that I made. I love to help people in their greatest need. Especially, during COVID. It has been the most challenging, the most difficult time. I saw a lot of people lose their lives because I became part of the response team with FEMA. So we traveled all over the country to take care of a lot of people that were suffering from COVID. And we lost a lot of people. And it's been very challenging being a nurse the last couple of years, I must say. But it looks like things are getting a little bit better. So we are hoping that with the Omicron virus, we don't get a big hit. Definitely Delta hit us hard, and Alpha did. All right, so I want to also move on to not just talk about my own success as a nurse here, for which now I'm almost a nurse practitioner. So at least if any of you needs medication, I can prescribe that for you. All right, so how have I become successful in nursing? It has not been an easy journey. I've encountered a lot of obstacles. As you can imagine, there's a cultural difference. Sometimes even when you speak, people don't understand you. It's been quite challenging, but through it all, I've realized that being able to equip myself with skills, becoming invincible, being able to upgrade my skills all the time, being the go-to person, I've had the privilege of charging a unit of very, very critically ill people in the ICU, and that is not easy. You really need to know what you're doing because you have to make a lot of split-second decisions. All right, so as a diaspora nurse, I am positioned, in a very special way to affect change back home. So what can we do to transfer this technology that we have here back home to help our people in Zambia? All right, so by the way, just in case you did not know, that's my logo there. Yeah, Carol Cares Foundation. So what I decided to do was to take this knowledge that I've acquired here and try and transfer this knowledge back home. And Chanda is my partner, my travel partner. We travel to Zambia every year. We do mission trips. And we've had an opportunity to hold 2 clinic screenings where we screen people for anything from malaria, pregnancies, any other kind of ailments that they have. And we do issue medications, we do referrals, we do counseling as well. So that is something that I feel as a diaspora nurse we ought to be doing, is to not just, be successful here on a personal level, but also to help our brothers and sisters back home, because we're positioned, especially, to be able to help. And transfer of knowledge, technology, and I heard a lot of the speakers here talk about a lot of collaboration. We can also collaborate with other organizations. We can get maybe with UNICEF, appeal to them, ask for food for the kids. Children should not be going hungry when we can solicit for food and transfer that food back home so that we don't have a lot of so malnourished kids back home. One issue that we run into when we are down in the continent is there's a lot of basic knowledge that is not there, that needs to be imparted into people. Just simple things as washing your hands, basic hygiene. We have to teach that to the people so they understand that if you wash your hands, 90% you're cutting down the transmission of diseases. We recently just came from a mission trip in Zambia, I would say about a month ago. We were the only people wearing masks. And it was really interesting because people are so, sometimes, I don't know, it's not really ignorance, I wouldn't call it ignorance, but they just lack information. We asked them why they were not wearing masks. They said, well, COVID doesn't exist. And we were like, COVID doesn't exist? What is that, we've had a lot of our family members that have died because of COVID, and it's really difficult to make people whose economy depends on being around other people to get them to stay away, social distance, and also wear masks. Something they don't see, the virus, they don't see it, it's not physical, so they don't relate to it. And it just takes a little bit of concerted education, basic education. Transmission of diseases, washing your hands. Another thing we always run into is girls drop out of school when they start their menstrual cycle, which is really very sad because they don't have sanitary pads. So one thing we do almost on a yearly basis is we do a drive for sanitary pads, and we distribute them in rural areas. So basically, it's just education that people are lacking, and if we can all collaborate either with the local officials, the healthcare services in Zambia, unfortunately, like in rural areas, we don't have a lot of amenities. We still have women dying from childbirth, and just because they don't have prenatal care. And that really shouldn't be happening in the 21st century, So it says that when you go alone, you go far, but when you go in a group, you go further. So if maybe even just a group of nurses can collaborate, get together, we can partner with the local authorities and reach out deep into the rural areas and just educate our women and children about basic education, because when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. How much time do I have? All right, so basically that's all I have, and I here stand here as a mentor. If anyone is interested in getting into the health field, if you are contemplating or even considering becoming a nurse, I'll be more than happy to mentor you, because I've had some successes, that I just don't want to get into. This is really not about me, it's about my continent. So if you are interested, just let me know. I can mentor you, I can help you, I can walk you through the whole process. First of all, I want to let you know it's not going to be an easy road. I've lost my family because of nursing. You have to have somebody who understands that you're going to be gone for many, many hours. I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I don't get back home until after 8. And sometimes I work, with COVID, we were working like 4 or 5 days a week. I'll travel to New York. I'll stay there for 2 weeks. So it really impacts your family. It impacts your personal life. Your children don't understand why is mom gone all the time. And those are things that if you're considering becoming a nurse, you need to really, really sit down with your family and talk about. They need to understand it's going to be a lot of sacrifice involved. And it's not going to be an easy journey because mommy will be gone a lot, and there will not be dinner on the table by 7 p.m. Some things will not be washed, they'll be cluttered around the house, and it is okay. Thank you, everybody, for listening to me. I appreciate it. My name is Carol with Carol Cares Foundation.